I want to win a national championship.
Pat Summitt was an amazing woman. She and I worked together when I was with the Washington Mystics. She was a consultant with us, and we had a head coach who was a former professional men's basketball player and didn't have any experience coaching. Pat invited Michael Adams and myself to her home to watch the Lady Vols work out, how to put together practice schedules, and she just shared so much of her coaching philosophy and how she believed the game should be played. She's one of those people who's very warm, very caring, very demanding. If you got the stare, I think you knew you had the stare, but somebody that everyone in the basketball world admired and looked up to. We miss Pat every single day.
Here is tonight's starting lineup. First, for the University of Tennessee, at forward, a 6-foot sophomore from DeLand, Florida, number 30, Bridgette Gordon.
I'm here to speak on Alzheimer's. It took a great coach, friend, role model, my everything. And it's a terrible, terrible disease. When it took my best friend, my mother, my coach, my friend, we knew before she actually came out to the public and spoke about it. I knew personally that something was going on just watching games. I noticed there was some different things going on about the blue-eyed coach that I played for. I can go back and tell so many stories and so much that I learned from this woman. The thing that I think that sticks out the most that the world might not know about Pat is that she was a woman of God. She had great faith and belief. I think I was one of the only Lady Vols players that she took to her home, and I learned so much about her. And to me, when I look back now, what she was trying to instill in me is to show me what this world was all about, what this world really can bring to you. So at this moment, I can speak on a great friend that I've lost to a bad disease.
Hello once again. We are joined now by Coach Pat Summitt, Bridgette Gordon, the leading scorer for the Volunteers. Let's talk first to Bridgette. You had a tremendous game.
Yes, I knew I had to come into this game and contribute scoring-wise and defensive-wise, but I just think that when they had to foul us and our free throw shooting was the key, and also the rebounding played a main factor in the game tonight.
Bridgette, you've come so close to getting to the Final Four, and now you're in the championship. What were your thoughts coming into this ball game?
I was a little nervous, but I knew that Pat had prepared us really well, and I just relaxed and played my game, and I figured if we relaxed and played our game that we can win this ball game.
Here's a letter that she wrote. It says, "Dear friends, as you know, the summer of 2011, at the age of 59, I received a diagnosis that I would share with 5.4 million other Americans. I was suffering from onset dementia, Alzheimer's. Put away the handkerchiefs. There's not going to be any pity party. We're going to fight, and we're going to fight publicly." And I can attest to that. All during my years at Tennessee, those 4 years, and all the years that I continue to come back and work in the community, work her summer camps, that's the type of person, that's the lady that I fell in love with, that's the lady that I admire to this day. I hate speaking in her in past tense, but this was the lady. She was going to fight against anything, and especially anything that was going to hurt any other person that she loved or she cared about in the world. I have often said this about coaching players. They don't care how much you know until they know you care. Let me repeat that. They don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. With that said, to me, that is something that has stuck with me about Pat Summitt and will always be alive in my spirit. And just to know that the many lives that she's touched as a basketball coach, she left her legacy. It wasn't about all the win, being the winningest coach of the 7 national, 8 national championships. It wasn't about that. It was about her legacy that she's left, and that was to touch as many lives as she can, away from the basketball court as well on the basketball court. She was always willing to give when there was even nothing left in the tank to give. She would never leave an arena till she signed every autograph from any kid or any adult that was wanting her autograph. And you know, people ask me, how can you describe in one word Pat Summitt? And I thought about it, I contemplated about it last night. And to me, Pat Summitt is perfection. She is perfection. She's the closest thing to perfection that I can look up in the dictionary and see a picture of Pat Summitt under perfection. Pat would often send letters home to my mom. This is a letter. Hi, Marjorie. You will be proud of Bridgette. She's really working hard and seems to be doing fine. Don't worry, I'll stay on her in the classroom and on the court. She's a joy to have on the team. I hope all is okay in DeLand. Please try to come see us sometime. We like Tennessee. I mean, I was the most talented player on the team, but I was also the most hard-workingest player on the team. And I think that's what I earned her respect and her love. But this is very touching now to go back after all these years and just to read some of the letters and to go back and see some of the comments, to go back and look at the books that she wrote and the letters that she wrote to me. And the one thing that you can always say is that, you know, you talk about the competitiveness that she said, I was a go-to player, she wrote on my ball, or I was one of the greatest competitors that she ever coached, you know, with her having the likeness on the 84 Olympic team of the Cheryl Millers, you know, the Ann Donovans and some of those greats, Teresa Edwards in the world of basketball. But the one thing that stuck with me is that when she signed it, she said, I love you. So that was so much sincere and dear to my heart that my coach, you know, my friend, my mentor, she said that I love you, and she cherished our relationship that we had.
I tell you, we felt like that coming in tonight that we had to play smart. We knew Bridgette had really done a great job for us in Mid-East, and someone asked me, how important is Bridgette Gordon? I said, so goes Bridgette Gordon, goes our basketball team.